I was told earlier this evening that I should lighten up and not take things quite so seriously. What? Are you kidding me? Apparently, there are people out there who still don't quite grasp the seriousness of the situation that we're in today. This isn't like watching your favorite team in the Super Bowl get screwed out of their win because the refs made a bad call and you just kick the floor or hit your chair and say, oh, well, we'll get them next year. There won't be a next year if this is allowed to happen. The obvious flaws in our election system won't be investigated and they certainly won't be fixed. As a matter of fact, they'll only be exploited so that the left and the Democrats can gain a further monopoly on power, which they have no intention of ever giving up. That was the plan in 2016 if Hillary had gotten in, and don't you think for one second that it isn't the plan now. If you have posted about or advertised your support for President Trump, you will be persecuted. You will probably lose your job. You will probably end up in a re education camp, which will be established under the guise of COVID. So they can go around and round up whoever the hell they want with their test that they can have anyone come up positive or negative on. And should you feel compelled to protest or speak out against it, they'll come and round your ass up too. Just ask the people of Australia. 16 deaths they've registered in Australia over COVID, and they have the most severe lockdowns in the world because of it. And don't think for one freaking second that they won't bring that exact policy right here. So, what have they telegraphed besides the obvious theft of the election, which, by the way, they did that too? What they have called and are calling the Great Reset. It's the taking over of the world, basically, under the guise of a pandemic, cementing power into the places that they want it to be and away from democracy and freedom. You can see the signs of it all over the world. It's going on in Australia, it's going on in Germany, it's going on in Austria, and many other places around the world. Why in the hell wouldn't you think it's not coming here? Something that, by the way, they have been talking about for years, for over 30 years, as a matter of fact. Everything's in place. They're all ready to go. And there ain't a damn thing to be smiling about. Is there a behind the scenes effort to try and stop it all before it actually happens? It kind of looks that way. And we sure in the hell better hope that there is. But trusting the plan isn't necessarily a good idea because not every plan goes as intended. And it's still entirely possible that we've been duped into a false sense of security because someone else keeps saying in a public manner that they got this. If there's one thing I know breakdowns. And unless some serious preventative measures are taken, we are hell bent on heading for a doozy.